always alone. You will always be there. Always alone. You will always be there. Always alone. You will always be there. Always alone.
Boom! What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of UGUE Brothers Vlogs. Guys, I got another awesome video for you guys. I've been working on this for quite a while. Sometimes it sort of takes me some time to like get things together and think about how to put things together and make it just the best video I possibly can. So I apologize, it took me a while to make this video, but I'm so excited to get this out. Actually, I'm out stopping at Dunkin' Donuts so I can get a little coffee. So I'm gonna have the energy to actually edit this particular vlog. So basically, I've talked a little bit about in the last video about how it's so important to get out and just experience life in its fullest. You know, not necessarily get out of your house. A lot of people can't do that, obviously, but just experience everything that life has to offer in just various ways. And there's so many things. And I think biggest issue in this world today is it's very extroverted. It's very shallow. You know what I mean? Like, people are very surface, and we've sort of forgotten how to get deeper. You know what I mean? So if you dive deeper, just take the time to just dive just even a little bit deeper, you can really start to see how amazing of a place we live in. You know, the universe, the earth, everything, it's just so much more beautiful. I mean, everything in it, it's just amazing. The level of experience that you can have in this life is unbelievable if you just take the time to do it. And it's so very important to do. And one of those things is, if you can get out, and if you have these things in your area, is get out in the nature. So Cait and I actually found this really cool park. I didn't even know this park was here. In fact, when we went there, it's sort of like off the beaten path. It's like in the middle of what looks like ultimately like a city center. You wouldn't even know there's this beautiful place there if you just didn't take the time to research it. And it's amazing. It's actually really cool place. It's a beautiful park. Unfortunately, we didn't have a ton of time. As we started a little bit late in the day, we didn't even have enough time to finish and get through it. What we saw was amazing, but there's so much more to this place that I want to experience. So I'm definitely going to be going back. But honestly, it was just great. And there's something to be said to get out and get sort of reconnected with nature. That's why people like to go out hunting. That's why people like to go fishing. That's why people like to go camping or go hiking in the nature trails. There's something to be said about getting out away from civilization, all this mess, away from frickin' Dunkin' Donuts and day-to-day life and your job and fake lights and air conditioning and just nonsense, and just letting yourself go. I remember as a kid how amazing I felt when I went out and had to do like yard work and stuff like that. Work in the yard, cut the grass, pull weeds, get in the garden. Just something about that, the purity of that, the connection you get when you get out there. I mean, obviously as a kid you don't want to do that because you don't want to actually freaking do chores and have to work. But I just remember the feeling after it was done. You know, the smell of the grass, the sound of the bugs, the smell of like, well, at least where I was, the honeydew flowers that were growing on the fence, you know, the sound of the birds that were all over the farm that was right next to my house, and, you know, just the amazing connection, the purity of that, of just nature. You know, this sort of touches that piece of you that, I don't know, that reptilian brain maybe, that human animal side of you, that part of your soul that just yearns to be reconnected with our roots, you know, with just the baser levels of humanity, you know, like just real connection. I mean, just getting out. I mean, I remember just going to work and having to work 12 hours a day in an office building, you know, having all these fake lights shining on you, staring at a computer screen with air conditioning freaking blasting on you, and how horrible you feel sort of at the end of the day, you know. And I would always drive home and to work with my windows down just to get that air in my lungs, you know, and how that would sort of help me to recuperate, you know. And like this park sort of did that for us, you know. I love getting out there. I don't get it a chance that much, at least I haven't in the past, to go out and go camping, go fishing like I used to do as a kid. But these little parks are sort of that temporary sort of respite for that. It's like it's a way to kind of quickly go for a walk and just get reconnected. And this particular part was really cool because it's actually historical as well. It's actually a health spring. It used to be this place where you could go and you could stay a few days and you could sort of dip in the healing waters of this sort of wellspring that's fed through this little cavern that, funny enough, is like actually shaped like the side profile of the woman's face. It's really, really interesting. And I know like a couple cave divers like illegally went down there recently and stuff like that. So it's just a really cool place. I mean, the buildings are gone, obviously. That's not there anymore. It's now all a park, but the well itself is still there. And you could just take a walk back there and just take a break. And I just remember walking back there with Cait, and just the silence. The silence was just amazing. You know, all you hear is the fish splashing around the water, the ducks and the birds around, the bugs in the trees. You don't hear anything else. You know, even with people out there, everyone is just so quiet, just absorbing what there is, you know. You'll hear occasional laughter and stuff like that because, you know, from kids playing around, but ultimately it's just so quiet. You know, the car noise is gone, just the day-to-day, you know, walking around, all of that is just gone. And it's very, very freeing experience. And I encourage you guys, if you can, especially if you have them in your area, just go to these parks, man. I cannot believe when we went there, there's not that many people. Not that many people going to these places. Every time I go, there's very, very, very few people in these places, you know. And these are there. These are government parks. These are places where you can go. They are there for you to just take a break and just experience life, you know. Maybe go there and just take some photos. Go there and just feel the sun on your face and just breathe in that clean air and just watch some birds or something. Just something to get away. And I like I said, I mean, it's medicine for your soul. You know, you'd feel so much better doing that when you get back to life. It's almost like you just went away for a month on a vacation, you know. It's just that healing. You know, we've had the opportunity, luckily, to go to a few parks. You know, we went down to Rainbow Springs State Park, but I definitely want to go back because there's so much more to do. You know, we went to a few really cool places, and this is definitely one on the list to visit. It's really, really cool. It's got a lot of historical stuff up, and just take a nice stroll and just enjoy it. There's supposed to be this big lookout tower and stuff like that that is definitely worth getting to see. We did not get a chance to see because it was getting dark and we had to leave because they were closing the park. But because we just took our time getting through there and we just didn't have a ton of time to do it anyway. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you go ahead and review this video, and just let me know what you think, guys. You know, comment, like, subscribe, of course, as always. You know, let me know what you think about videos like this. If you want me to go out and continue to do this. I know I got a few comments from people that don't have that opportunity, and I know a lot of you don't. You know, a lot of you guys have a ton of obligations. A lot of you guys just have to work, worked your fingers to the bone just to make sure that your bills are paid and the food's on the table, and you know, some of you have health issues and stuff like that. I get that, and that's why I enjoy doing what I do, because I get to take you with me. For all of you guys who don't get that opportunity, but for those of you who can and just don't, I urge you to take the time and get out there and experience what there is to experience in the world. You'd be surprised about what you can really experience, and it'd probably change your life. You know, I'm huge on experience, man. I think there's a lot to be said about that, and I'm here writing my story, and that's what it's all about. You know, and I encourage a lot of you guys to do the same. And for you, like I said before, you guys who don't get to do it or don't have the opportunity or the ability to, I'm happy to take you guys with me. So you guys have any ideas, some cool places to check out while we're traveling and things like that? Right now we're here in the area. We're going to be traveling next year, but for now I am going to be sort of looking for cool spots here around the Tampa, Clearwater, St. Pete area to check out. So anyway, guys, I love you. I love doing this. I hope you really like this content, guys. I know the channel's been growing a lot lately, so I'm really excited to see how that goes. And I'm having so much fun, and this just, I don't know, I'm so happy doing this kind of stuff, you know? Just going out, exploring the world, exploring foods, doing crazy things in the kitchen, exploring abandoned places, going to haunted places, man. I'm so much happier than I was a few months ago when I was just working, you know, struggling. You know, and not that I'm not struggling now, but it's different. It's like it's on my own terms, you know. And time is just one of those things, man. It's the most valuable commodity in the world, and you only have a limited amount of it, and there's no refunds. No refunds. You never get it back. So I urge you guys just not to waste it, and just go out there and live it. Live your best life. And that way, when the day comes where it's your time, you're ready to go, you know? Anyway, I'll let this video roll, guys. I hope you like it. Again, comment, like, subscribe. Till the next time. Peace. Alrighty. From what I heard, this used to be like a wellspring where you would come and you could heal, but apparently there used to be a train station here. That's cool.
Very cool.
The butterflies. But basically, there used to be a really cool wellspring where people used to come here on vacation and go into the water for healing. There's actually quite a lot of those here in Florida. And it's really cool because the wellspring, supposedly the hole down into the cave looks like a woman's head, which is actually pretty neat. And should be able to get some cool stuff. It's a beautiful park. Fortunately, it's a bit overcast of a day by the water for some reason. It was beautiful where we were, but that's okay. You can't control the weather. Yeah, I think this is it right here. So we're gonna take a walk out here. Big part of our brand at UGUE is exploration, so I wanted to take Cait around and show her some awesome stuff around Florida. And Florida actually has some really awesome, beautiful gyms just like this. Awesome restaurants, great parks, beautiful places to visit, and we're gonna check all of them out, definitely on this channel. Yeah, this is it right here. This is actually a postcard image. Yeah, popular recreation destination. So it used to be bathing houses.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
That's really cool. Look at this. Nationally known health destination. So this used to be the back end of a pool, and then over there used to be the swimming area. And there used to be houses over there for bathing and visitation and all that good stuff. This is really cool. Look at that. That's cool. There, W. Davis eventually sold the springs to Cohen family of Palm Harbor, changing the name back to Wall Springs. It was a commercial recreation facility. They closed the spring in 1966. High insurance premiums and liability concerns. And that's the photographs of reproduction. That's super cool, man. See, these were all the steps right over there. And this was the spring that fed this beautiful pool. And all this was just open property. And then over here, right over here, would have been where the bathhouses are and the actual rooms and things you could stay in. And now they've taken all that out. It's all that's gone. And they just put out bridges. Man, this is crazy, but it's beautiful here. Quite beautiful. Lush, that's for sure. Now I think this way goes out to the ocean. Possibly this way. But there's two different ways we can go. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it is this way. Of course, there's not exactly a map. So we'll have to figure that out. Got my beautiful ADD out tonight. So I'm going to take some cool photographs.
Just that way. Let's try this way. Ooh, I want a photo of this.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Kate's rocking the Canon M50. She got the bug. Here she has a really cool gorilla pod here. Nice little setup. It's pretty awesome. So that's one of the things we're out doing today, is trying to get some really cool pictures. Of course, it was beautiful over where we were, but for some reason over here it's super overcast. But that's okay. It's great practice for sure. I think this path may go out to the beach. This may go to the overlook. I don't know. Of course, I'm just guessing. See, this is not deep at all. This just explains a lot about why they were using it as a swimming spring.
Oh yeah, that's super shallow.
Yeah, look at those fish.
Oh wow.
This thing's packed. And all the ducks out there, I see them. That's cool. That is cool.
Oh, so this used to be a beach right here.
Yeah.
All right here.
This would have been the other side of that building. Pretty cool beach.
Yeah.
And this would have been the pool. It's pretty dang cool. It looks like there's basically bridge still along. You can still sort of see remnants of where the sand was. All these patches of sand.
Yeah, you actually can. There are some patches of sand down there.
This leads back out.
Oh.
Alright. Yeah. This leads back out.
Okay.
So I have to go the other way. Down that path, down that trail. See where it goes. We got about half an hour till 7. I mean, obviously it's historical.
Right.
And there's a lot to be said about getting out in the open in nature.
Oh, a lot to be said.
It's sort of like reconnecting. It's good for the soul. Yeah, I think this goes out to the ocean because that's all water there. There's water on both sides of us now.
Oh yeah.
These are all mallards.
Oh wow. Fish jumping everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the duckies.
Yeah, this is just good for the soul. Come out here, reconnect, breathe in this beautiful clean air, get in touch with nature. It's just amazing. Huh? Oh. I mean, just look at it. You know, it's so easy to get lost. Man.
So peaceful. The wind is nice. Such clean air.
Huh. Oh yeah, this is an art piece. It's a bench. orchids. Pretty cool.
That is cool.
Oh, these are fantastic bike trails.
For sure.
You want to spend the day. Wow. It's Pier 2. Look at that growth, that's pretty cool. Oh, you okay?
Yep. Just tripping as usual.
Yeah. Straight tripping. She's straight tripping.
Straight tripping.
Hey, little guy. Wow, look at this. Oh, there's a crab, look.
Oh, little crab.
Little crabby.
This is neat.
Look how gorgeous this is.
Sunset.
Look how beautiful. Glad we brought the windsock.
Oh, little crab.
Little crabby.
This is neat.
Gorgeous this
Oh,
is.
the sunset. I kind of missed it. Well, we can't really see it because it's so cloudy. I know. Those are some nice houses out there. That, is it an island? That's neat. There's another pier over there. Oh yeah, we're not gonna be able to make it over there, huh? It's too bad. There's the island. Sunset. And the overlook, which we're not gonna be able to get to today.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Because we got this, and this is beautiful.
Yeah. But you know what? That's okay.
Because we got this, and this is beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
I was shooting that? How was I shooting that?
Look at that.
You're super low.
Those beautiful homes on the other side of this bay here. Incredible. This would be great for a drum. A bit windy.
feel like I could just stay here forever.
Right.
There's fish jumping everywhere. I really can't even capture this properly on camera. It's so beautiful.
All this is just a break from all the noise. You just let yourself go in the ripples of the water. You get sucked into the sunlight as the sun sets. Wow.
Oh, we all know. You're the pusher.
Risk getting in trouble. But it's worth it. It's just, you need to have every second of something like this.
Absolutely.
Possibly can get. That's something to look forward to. And you come back down. It's definitely worth coming down. I'm glad we did.
Oh, for sure.
There's so much freedom in this, just letting things go out here. Watching the sun go down. Get ready for another day. Listening to the wind through the trees. Watching the waves crash against the shore. Watch the sun disappear past the horizon. It's just so freeing. It's so easy to get sucked into the 9-to-5 life. Nothing but bricks and cement and misery, you know.
Sometimes.
Yeah, incandescent light bulbs and air conditioning. Yeah.
Where I'm from.
Yeah, where you're from. But you come out here, you can let all that go. It's not healthy to be cooped up like that. You gotta come out and reconnect. Reconnect with the real world. Oh, there's a smiley face on the tree.
It's messed up. It's not the place for people.
No. Oh, there's places like this all over Florida.
Can't wait to visit them all.
Yeah. I realized in a lot of areas like this, like there's just so many things out there just to do. Experiences to be had.
Right.
You know? Everybody wakes up every day, goes to work, comes home, goes back to sleep, does the same thing every day, but there's just so much life to live. You know? delicious foods, wonderful cultures, things to learn about, places like this to come see. Right. Yeah, you can't wake up every day and just be thankful that you woke up. You can't just be content with just breathing, because that's not living. That's just being alive. Anybody could do that until you're dead. But to live, now that's something special. That's something special. Not very many people do that. Right. See, very, very, very few people actually live. And then you wonder later in life why you feel unfulfilled, why you're depressed, why you're sad. Now, don't get me wrong, some people do have, certain ailments and things that prevent them from doing things, but there's something that you could be doing to be fulfilled. There's just so many options. I mean, you can learn a language, go to school, come to a place like this,
Explore the world.
Exactly, because life is a bunch of BS, yes, but it's also beautiful and wonderful and unique and mysterious.
You don't like when you're living across the country.
Oh, there's another crab. Go, little crabby.
Little crabby.
Mm-hmm. Little crabby.
Little crabby.
Mm-hmm. Where'd he go?
Right there.
Oh,
He's not moving.
mine's in. Oh, there he is. He's still not moving. He's like, no, you're not eating me. I'm a piece of rock.
He's cute. This place is really cool. I didn't think it was gonna be this big.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
We didn't even get to the lookout tower.
Yeah. No. It's really big. I think it's 200 square acres of park. There's added to this. And there's so many more, Let us leave and all kinds of crazy things just to get out and get away. Silence the world a little bit. So worth doing. Medicine, soul. Yeah. And there's so many more, Let us leave and all kinds of crazy things just to get out and get away. Silence the world a little bit. It's so worth doing, man. It's medicine for the soul. And if you don't think people need that, well, just go to a gas station at 5 o'clock. See what you see. And don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with enjoying yourself with certain things, but when you get to the point where you're self-medicating your life to hide or to cover up the pain, then there's a problem. So I'm a firm believer
What? What the heck? No way. Yeah.